Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May we please have your attention for some important announcements. We ask that you refrain from behavior that might affect the viewing experience of your fellow audience members during the performance. Using cameras with flashes or audible shutter clicks, crinkling food or candy wrappers, or texting. Please be aware that any devices with screens that light up can be distracting to both the performers and to those sitting around you. In the event of an emergency, please walk to the nearest marked exit and, once outside the building, await instructions from fire and safety personnel. A reminder, too, that tobacco products are not permitted on the Weston High School campus. Thank you, as always, for your support of company, and enjoy William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again, it had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ears like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. 'Tis not so sweet as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that notwithstanding thy capacity receiveth as the sea. Naught enters there of what pitch and validity whatsoe'er, but what falls into abatement and low price, even in a minute. So full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What's curio?
The heart.
Why, so I do. The noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a heart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veiled walk, and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay that debt of love but to a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shaft have killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, those sovereign thrones, are each filled and supplied, her sweet perfection, with one self-king. Away before me to sweet beds of flowers! Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country friend is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he has not drowned. What think you, Captain?
It is perchance you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself. After our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you did cling to our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself, courage and hope both teaching him in the practice, to a strong mast that lived upon the sea. I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope, whereto thy speech serves for authority the like of him. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well. I was born and bred not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is his name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late. For about a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company in sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the duke's.
There's a fair behavior in thee, Captain. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I shall serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a young man to him. It might be worth thy pains, for I can sing, and speak to him in many sorts of music that might make me well worth his service. What else may hap, to time I will commit. Only shape thy silence to my wit.
Be you his fellow, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
I think of you with every breath I take, and every breath becomes a sigh. Not a sigh of despair, but a sign that I care for you. I hear your name with every
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure care's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier o' nights. Your niece, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these shoes too. And be they not, let them hang themselves in their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a knight you brought one night to be her wooer.
Who? Oh, Sir Andrew Aguecheek.
Aye, he.
Well, he's as tall a man as any's in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
He has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. He plays with the viol de gamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages word for word without book. He hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed. almost natural. For besides that he's a fool, he's a great quarreler, and but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarreling. 'Tis a thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand they are scoundrels and subtractors who say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece, Olivia! I'll drink to her as long as there is a passage in my throat and a drink in Illyria. What, wench?
But Sir Toby...
Ah, Castellano Vulgo, for here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Oh, Sir Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew!
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Oh. Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost, I desire
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
Oh. By my troth, I do not wish to undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare thee well, gentlemen.
And thou let's part so, Sir Andrew, thou mightst never draw sword again.
Oh, and you part so now, mistress. I would I might never draw sword again. Fair lady, do you think you have a fool's in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the hand.
Oh, Mary, but you shall have. And here's my hand. But what's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir. I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, now I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, knight, thou lackest a cup of canary. When have I ever seen thee so put down?
Never in your life, I think. Unless you see canary put me down. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than an ordinary man has. Oh, but I'm a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
Well, if I thought that, I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen. Or if she be, it's 4 to 1. She'll none of me. The Count himself, your hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
Oh, I'll stay a month longer. I am a fellow of the strangest minds in the world. I delight in masks and revels, and sometimes altogether.
Art thou good at these kickshaws as knight?
As any man in Illyria.
What is thy excellence in a galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it.
And I think I have a back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before 'em? Is it a world to hide virtues in? I did think, by the excellent constitution of thy leg, 'twas forged under the star of a galliard.
Aye, it is strong, and it does indifferent well in a flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Let me see thee caper. Ha-ha, higher! Ha-ha, excellent!
Towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence, that you call into question the continuance of his love. Is he constant, ma'am, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario? Oh,
On your attendance, my lord, here.
stand you a while aloof. knowst no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors, and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord. If she be so abandoned to her sorrow as 'tis spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous, and leave all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in enuncios of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative a woman's parts. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5 attend him. All, if you will. For I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife. Whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
You came along on a May Day. You brought me love in the spring. Now I know that May Days never meant a thing. I'm just a lonely romancer, right at the end of my rope. Though I've had your answer, I can't give up.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in the way of thy excuse. My lady will hang thee for thy absence, or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And for saying so, let summer bear it out.
You are resolute, then.
Not so neither, but I am resolved on 2 points.
That if one break, and the other will hold, or if both break, your gaskins fall.
Apt. In good faith. Very apt. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, that would be as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria. Oh!
Peace, you rogue! No more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You were best.
Wit, if it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee very oft prove fools, and I, that know I lack thee, may pass as a wise man. Better witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Did you not hear her, fellow? Take away the lady.
Go to your dry, fool. I'll know more of you besides. You grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. 4, give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry? Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he can, he is no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the botcher mend him. The lady bade, take away the fool. Therefore I say, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Oh, Miss Prison in the highest degree. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for the want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool for my brother's death.
Why, I think his soul is in hell, good Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool
to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do to the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for better increasing your folly. Ooh! Sir Toby will be sworn that I am no fox, but will not pass his word for 2 pence that you are no fool.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that had no more brain than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. To be generous, guiltless, and of free disposition is to take those things for bird bolts that you deem cannon bullets. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now Mercury endue thee with leasing, for thou hast spoken well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madmen. Fie on him. Go you, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you wilt, dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, good Madonna, as if thy eldest son were a fool, whose skull Jove cram with brains. Ah, here he comes, one of thy kin with the most weak pia matter.
By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman?
A gentleman? What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman. A plague of these pickled herring. How now, sot?
Good, Sir Toby!
Cousin, what brings you so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. Oh, there's one at the gate.
I marry, what is he?
Let him be the devil if he will, I care not. Give me faith, I say. Well, it's hold one.
Go look after him.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too and therefore comes to speak with you. What's to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, and says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
Of what manner of man?
A very ill manner. He speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage in years is he?
'Tis not yet old enough for a boy, nor young enough for a man. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favored and speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman! My lady calls.
Come, give me my veil. Throw it on my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for it is excellently well penned, and it took great pains to con it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have answered, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may continue in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself, for what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise and give you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, it took great pains to con it, and 'tis poetical.
It is more like to be feigned. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me to make one and so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good Swabberel, I'll hear a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady. Tell me your mind. I am a messenger.
I'm sure you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me I have learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. For your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us a place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Now, sir, where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In Orsino's bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty true blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty, and it shall be labeled in every utensil and item labeled to my will as item. 2 lips in different red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids on them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you are the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense, though you were crowned the non-peril of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, groans that thunder, love with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet, I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, and in dimension and the shape of nature of things, a gracious person. Yet, I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
Oh, if I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. write loyal cantons of condemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, that you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, but my estate is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Tell him to send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love, make his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell. Fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art, thy tongue, thy limbs, thy action and spirit do give these fivefold blazon. Oh, not too fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man, how now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth creeping out mine eyes. Oh. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. Tell him he left this ring behind him, what I or not. Tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I'm not for him. If that the youth should come this way tomorrow, tell him I'll give him reasons for it. Hi thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do I know not what, and feared to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force, ourselves we do not own. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer, nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone. Were bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you, whither you are bound.
No sooth, friend. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you so excellent a touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me on manners the rather to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonia. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had so pleased, we would have so ended. But you did alter that. For some hour before you pulled me from the breach of sea, was my sister drowned.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir. Though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. But though I could not with such estimable wonder over far believe that, yet thus I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water. Though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir. Your bad entertainment.
Good Antonia, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well at once. My bosom is full of kindness, and I am yet so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
All the gentleness of the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But, come what may, I do adore thee so. It seems sport, and I will go.
Sir! Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you are to put your lord into a desperate assurance that she'll none of him. And one thing more, that you never be so hardy to come again in your lord's affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me, all none of it.
Come, sir. You peevishly threw it to her, and it is her will it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outsides have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed, so much so that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me. Sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis. Poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For such as we are made of, such we be. How will this fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. Oh, what will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day. What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
In the land of San Domingo lived a girl called Lovejingo. From the fields and from the marshes came the old and young bagashes. They all spoke with a different lingo, and they all loved Lovejingo. And every night they sang in the pale moonlight, oh by jingo, oh by gosh, by Joe. Oh by jingo, won't you hear our love?
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes. And deliculo surgere, thou knowst.
Oh, by my troth, I know not. But I know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Do not our lives consist of the four elements?
By my troth, faith, so they say. But I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Marin, I say, a stoup of wine.
Oh, here comes a fool in faith.
How now, my hearts? Did you ever see the picture of we three?
Welcome, ass. Woo! Let's have a catch.
Oh, by my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I had rather than 40 shillings, I had such a leg and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. Now, a song.
Come, here is a sixpence for you. Let's have a song.
Oh, aye.
Oh, here.
Here's a sixpence.
Sir Andrew.
Here's a sixpence of me. Oh, here's a sixpence of me, too.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
Aye, aye. You're not for good life.
Mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stand here, your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journey's end in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
Oh, excellent. Good in faith.
Good, good.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty, then come kiss me, sweet and 20. Use of stuff will not endure. Use of stuff will not endure.
A mellifluous voice, as I am a true knight.
A contagious breath.
A very sweet and contagious in faith.
To hear by the nose, it is dulcet in contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of 1 weaver? Shall we do that?
Oh, and you love me too? Let's do it. Let her catch me, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, knight. I may be constrained to call you knave, knight.
Oh, 'tis not the first time one is constrained to call me knave. Come, begin. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Good fool, come begin.
Hold thy peace, and I prithee hold thy peace. Thou knave, hold thy peace, and I prithee hold thy peace.
And I
Thou
prithee hold thy
knave,
peace.
thou
I
knave,
prithee
hold
thou
thy
knave,
peace,
thou
and I
knave,
prithee hold
peace.
thy
And I
peace.
prithee hold
Thou
thy peace.
knave,
Hold
thou
thy
knave,
peace.
And I prithee hold thy peace.
and I prithee hold
And
thy
I
peace.
prithee hold
Thou
thou
knave,
thou
thou
knave,
knave, hold thy peace, and I prithee hold thy
prithee
peace.
hold thy peace.
Thou
Thou
knave,
knave,
thou
thou
knave,
knave,
hold thy
What
peace.
kind of calling do you keep in here? If my lady have not called up restored Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Tilly Valley, lady. There dwelt a man in
Beshrew me, the
Babylon,
knight's an
lady,
admirable
lady.
fooling.
He went to church with nothing
I do
on
it more
my
natural.
ear. There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady, lady.
My masters! Are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house? Have you no respect for person, place, no time within you?
We did keep time, sir. In our catches, snick up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself from your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is most willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, for I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
Shall I bid him go?
This is much
What
credit to you,
did
Sir
you
Toby.
do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, no, no. You dare not.
Out of tune, sir. Ye lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale? Go, sir. Rub your chain with crumbs. Maria, a stoup of wine.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor in anything more than contempt, you would not give means to this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Oh, go shake your ears.
Oh, to challenge him in the field and break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Do it tonight. I'll write thee a challenge, or I'll deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gall him into a Nayworth and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of him.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan. And a
Oh,
Puritan...
if I thought that, I'd have beat him like a dog.
What, sir? For being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
I have no exquisite reason, but I have reason enough.
The devil, a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly but a time-pleaser, an affectioned ass, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his mustache, the manner of his gait, the shape of his leg, the expression of his eyes, forehead, and complexion, he will find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very much like my lady, your niece. On the forgotten matter, we can hardly make the distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device.
Oh, I have it in my nose, too. Ow.
He will think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with
My
him.
purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
Oh, and your horse would now make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sword royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you to where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred. One that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed night. Oh, thou hast need send for more money.
Oh, if I cannot recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Send for money night. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
Oh, if I do not, never trust me, take it how you will.
Come, come. I'll go burn some sack. It's too late to go to bed now. Come night, come night.
Give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Come, Cesario. But that piece of song, that old and antique song we had last night, oh, methought it did relieve my passions much, more than those silly airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy-paced times. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste the jester, my lord. The fool that the lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save the constant image of the creature that is beloved. What dost thou think of this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some fancy that it loves, hath it not, my boy?
A little by your favor.
What kind of woman is it?
Of your complexion.
Oh, she is not worth thee, then. What years, Faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven. Let still a woman take an elder than herself. So weighs she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more skittish, unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
So let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come, that song we heard last night. Mark it, Cesario. It is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun and the free maids that do weave their thread with bones do use to chant it. It is silly sooth and dallies with the innocence of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee sing.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let thee be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair cruel maid. My shroud of white struggle with you, no prepare it. My part of death, no one so true did share it. Oh, did share it. Not a flower sweet, on my black coffin let there be strewn. Not a friend greet my poor corpse where my bone shall be thrown. 1,000 sighs to save, lay me away. Sad true lovers never find my grave to weep there, oh, to weep there.
There's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing it, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir, and pleasure will be paid.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now, the melancholy god protect thee, and thy tailor make thy doublet of changeable taffeta. For thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business might be everything, their intent everywhere. For that's it that makes a good voyage of nothing. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more noble than the world, prizes not quantities of dirty land. The parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her, tell her I hold as giddily as fortune. But 'tis that beauty and queen of gems that nature brags her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot be so answered.
Soothe, but you must! Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her, you tell her so. Must she then not be answered?
There is no woman's sides can buy the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much. They lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetites. No motion of the liver sooth, but of the palate, that suffer surfeit cloyments and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between a love that a woman may bear me and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know—
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter loved a man, as it would be if I were a woman. I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought whose green and yellow melancholy sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for we do prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers too. and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, there's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Tell her my love can give no place. Bide no delay.
Come thy ways, Signor Fabian?
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know, he brought me out of a favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, and we shall fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is a pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get ye all three into these box trees. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close the name of jesting.
Oh.
Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come near that should she fancy it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace! Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. Look how he jets under his advanced plumes.
Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue!
Pistol him! Pistol him! Peace! Peace!
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey did marry the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Oh, fie on him, Jezebel!
Oh, peace, peace! Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye?
Calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I've left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace!
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Oh, peace, peace, peace! Now, now!
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch or play with some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile for an austere regard of control.
And does Toby not give you a blow on the lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, do give me this prerogative of speech.
What? What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Nay, patience, or we may break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warned you.
One, Sir Andrew.
Oh, I knew 'twas I, for many do call me fool. Ow!
What employment have we here?
Now the woodcock is near the gin.
Oh, peace! In the spirit of humors, intimate the reading aloud to him.
By my life, this be my lady's hand. These be her very seas, her use, her tease, and thus she makes her great peas. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Oh, her seas, her use, her tease? Why's that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes, her very phrases. Oh, soft, by your leave, wax. Oh, the impression which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
That wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move. No man must know. No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio. I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A Faustine riddle. Excellent wench, say I.
My doth. Let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
I may command her I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her, she is my lady. This is evident in a formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. In the end, what alphabetical position does this portend? If I could make that resemble something in me, softly. M-O-A-I.
I make up that. He's at a cold scent now.
M. Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name!
Did not I say he would work it out? The cur is excellent at faults.
But then there is no consonancy in the sequel that suffers under probation. A should follow. O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Aye, or I'll cudgel him and make him cry O.
And then I comes behind.
Aye, and you had any eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and that to crush this a little, it would bow to me that every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open thy hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh, be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward, still the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee. Unfortunate, unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will be open. I will read politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself or let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and thus she manifests herself to my love, and with a kind of injunction drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars. I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I smile. I will do everything thou wilt have me.